Hello, Caveman News listeners. It's Cinderoni with some astrology updates. Mercury is in retrograde as of Friday the 18th and will be until August 11th. So that means you can expect miscommunication, delays, technology breaking down, all of those little irritations, accidents, stuff like that. But this is a great time to reflect on things that aren't working for you, things you're stagnant in. Look at all that stuff and maybe revamp your lifestyle a little bit. Also, plan ahead, have a plan B, leave early for your appointments, save important data, double check your work. If you're going to hear a lot of things like, well, I thought you said you were going to do that one, or people saying, well, that's not what you told me, or why didn't you let me know? Those are the kinds of things that people hear a lot during Mercury retrograde, pointing towards the miscommunication. So just take your time for the next couple weeks, and
insane. If you visit carlsbad caverns,
they're shutting last. If we miss it, it's not going to be there. If we miss it,
Welcome. There's a ton to hear and more to see. Ground control to Colonel Tom on episode 83.
Let's get things started. Hit the song. Beautiful. Love that wonderful theme. Pepito has been killing it with the bumpers to begin the show, those video collages. Utterly masterful. I don't know how he does it, but I know who I can ask. He is the strongest man in Carlsbad, and most likely the most brave. Here on Caveman News, he is the king of our cave. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Pepito. Chana, don't know who that is.
out of this world. Thank you, America.
Pepito. God, Cobra's going crazy. He knows exactly what to do to make me lose my focus on the show, which is a rarity. This fool is going to town on his spring all of a sudden. He's in celebration because he knows that tonight we learn about Tom Boles. He just threw the spring and hit me with it. Look at this. This is violent. That could have hit me in the eyeball or something.
Cobra comes. Spring loaded.
God, he's going crazy. Okay. As I was telling you before the show started, Pepito, this is one hell of a packed show. And you know what that means. There's only one thing that we can do.
Start the if I was in the chat, I would be saying, start the show.
I know you would.
So good.
The show.
Okay. Alright, boots off. Hang on, let me unlace. Alright. I got my... Tonight I'm rocking the Mickey Mouses, the
So good.
hands... What is this? 2019 Mickey Mouse editions. I love them. I am boots offed and therefore ready to begin the show. Pepito, do you know any... Well, no, I'm not going to ask you. We're just going to start the show. Because, of course, you don't know anything about Tom Bowles. We haven't... Ooh, what's this? And you were telling me before, you put this in the Discord. They were fantastic. Loved the video you put. And these are cookies, correct?
Bat cookies. With
Jeez.
soy chorizo's
That's...
award-winning 4-8 blue ribbon recipe.
Oh, okay. So this is the soy chorizo recipe that you concocted
Or, yeah,
as a birthday treat to yourself.
to us, Cave TV.
To us all. 100%.
The Cave TV fan. I would have made you one, Sean,
KTV,
but you're never here.
right.
Never reviewing movie.
Cobra is losing his mind. And luckily, Mercury retrograde doesn't affect me or anyone I know. Okay, here Brother Bing says, Baxter couldn't be here again tonight because he's still traveling, but he reported that his time visiting Justin Fry in Idaho was a great success. Oh my gosh, I haven't thought about Justin Fry in a long, long time. Did you know him, Pepito?
Yeah. I knew Michael Fry Oh.
I maybe that's a younger Fry.
and Mr. Fry. He was cool as fuck.
Jeez.
The fries.
Again, I must say, Cobra is losing his mind. But maybe something that will soothe him is starting to learn about Tom Bowles, mystery producer. I remember that we first encountered Tom Bowles on the show because he helped to guide Robert Ripley of Ripley's Believe It or Not fame into the caverns when Ripley broadcast his radio show down from the depths of the caverns, which is pretty cool. We need to do caveman news from the bottom of the caverns someday. I think that would be the best. But let's start things off. Mystery producer, tell me about Tom Bowles.
May 1939. Ripley ready for broadcast. World traveler plans to describe tour of cavern.
All right. Beautiful. And exactly as I said, I remember hearing about Bowles and Ripley's friendship. Let's hear some more about that. Why don't you start there, mystery producer? Tell me about the time Ripley went down with Bowles to the bottom of the cave.
Bowles said Ripley would stand at the Rock of Ages in the cavern and broadcast a description of the ceremony at 7:30 to 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, June 2nd.
The ceremony? I'm not really familiar with that. I remember the Rock of Ages. Do you remember the Rock of Ages formation?
Yes.
What did it look like to you? Because I have childhood memories of the Rock of Ages.
Yeah, they were aged rocks.
Yeah, but I mean, in particular, the formation known as Rock of Ages. Do you remember that one?
No, I'm lying. I don't know what this is.
Okay. Well, I remember it. To me, it looked like a Tyrannosaurus Rex with its head cut off, but that was what my 8-year-old mind decided. I don't know anything about this ceremony though. It sounds cool.
Bowles said the present plan is for the world traveler to stand at the base of the Rock of Ages and describe the trip in detail, starting with the entrance to the cave to the Rock of Ages ceremony.
Again, the ceremony sounds beautiful. If you're Robert Ripley, what? Oh, sorry. I have my phone off of Do Not Disturb, and it was just making noise at me. But I will not let that distract me from further Bowles news.
Bowles will be introduced and will deliver the Rock of Ages talk, already heard by more than 1 million cave visitors.
Wow, that's cool. 1 million already? This is the 1930s? That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
The Ranger Quartet will sing, and Ripley
Whoa.
will describe the moment of darkness.
I mean, could you describe a moment of darkness?
This is
I guess
the moment
you can't
of
say much
darkness.
besides it's really dark, completely dark. And I don't know, it's radio, so they had to believe him.
Ripley then will describe the outbound trip, ending with a description of the sunbeam at the cave entrance.
Now that is hard for me to wrap my head around because, yeah, of course, you can broadcast from the bottom of the cave. That is impressive, especially for the 1930s. But to be moving and describing, exiting the cave and seeing the light come out and everything, like, what do you have, a really long microphone cord? Must have been no technical malfunctions. I don't get it. But impressive. Ripley was known for doing the unbelievable.
When Ripley went through the Carlsbad caverns in November, he went with the regular party as the guest of Bowles.
Well, that's no regular party then if Bowles was there. Jeez, come on.
After the trip, he told Bowles that formerly he always had described Grand Canyon as the greatest wonder in the world, but that from now on, it would be the Carlsbad Cavern.
Absolutely.
Producer here. Saying cavern without the S at the end seems as wrong as saying the flume and not saying flumes. Gotta put those S's on there. It's the caverns.
I
Alright,
agree.
end producer. Let's move on.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Producer. And don't worry. Please go off the cuff anytime that you would like. It is the do you ever call it the Carlsbad Cavern?
No.
Good.
Seems wrong to me as well.
Absolutely. It's
Gotta have
disgusting. It's what an Arizonan or somebody like that would do. It's crazy. I do like that Ripley declared that he could no longer call the Grand Canyon the most beautiful because he understands true beauty lies in the depths of New Mexico.
November 1964. Legendary Colonel Thomas G. Bowles will be honored today.
Well, that's cool. I like that painting.
Yeah.
That's a portrait of Tom Bowles.
Oh,
He's looking
I
sharp.
like that lady's dress.
The over on the
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's a. Hang on, I gotta get close.
So good.
That is so good. Oh, I forgot to ask you how you're doing.
So good.
You are doing so good.
So good.
All right,
So good.
Excellent. Love to hear it. It does my mind well and puts me at ease to know that you're doing
Just
well.
love Julia Child.
He is Colonel Thomas Bowles, former Carlsbad Caverns National Park Superintendent, who, if anyone rates the title, is Mr. Carlsbad Caverns himself.
Wow. Now that's an honor to be proclaimed Mr. Carlsbad Caverns.
Boles will be honored today in a special Tom Bowles Day program at Carlsbad Caverns, sponsored by the Rotary Club.
Okay.
Former U.S. Park Service Director Horace Albright, a longtime friend of the Colonel, will present Bowles with a plaque.
Jeez. I hope someday that you're presented with a plaque, Pepito.
Yeah,
I mean-
by a man named Horace.
Horace? Yeah.
Horace.
If you don't get one, if I have to be the one to present you with a plaque, then I will do it. But I do feel as though an outsider, somebody who doesn't have the benefit of seeing your bumpers every week and all of those things, you know.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
He was born January 21st, 1881, in Dardanelle, Arkansas, the son of Judge and Mrs. Thomas Bowles. Arkansas, you're crazy for naming a town that.
Absolutely. Dardanelle? What
Welcome
is it?
to Dardanelle.
Dardanelle? Ugh, that's disgusting. I don't like it. But also 1881. That is, to put things in perspective, that is 13 years before James Barrett became the first man executed in Carlsbad. That's crazy. That's old as can be. Brother Bink says Tom Bowles looks like if Yogi Bear was a man. Jeez, he does. Although, did Yogi Bear wear the hat? The ranger hat?
No, he had like a tie
Yeah,
with no shirt.
but it was the park ranger who had that hat.
Yeah.
Like Tom Bowles. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm not
Baboo.
current on my Yogi Bear. Yeah, he had like a baseball hat style? I don't know. What do you think?
I just like his tie.
Yeah, of course he had the tie.
Remember
100%.
Arby's?
Young Tom.
What?
I just remembered Arby's did Yogi the Bear toys.
I did not recall.
Way
that.
back.
What are your Arby's memories?
That and
That?
Ando used to work at one in Carlsbad.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty cool.
I remember the Arby's being in 5th grade at Sunset Elementary, and if you went to Arby's and ordered a free water and got a water cup, then you'd walk out of Arby's, pour your water on the ground, and walk your cup over to the Allsips. And on Fridays they had free refills, so you get a fucking free refill without ever buying anything. That was the tradition walking home from Sunset Elementary. That was shady stuff, but that's what the youth did. What can I say?
Young Tom Bowles graduated from high school at Fort Smith in 1899.
Jeez.
He then studied civil engineering at the Missouri School of Mines, Rolla, Missouri.
Wow, Rolla. That's where my brother Jackson was born.
Oh, really?
He was born in Rolla, and I think we didn't really get to this when we did our Flumes episode, and we talked about how the Witt brothers were the contractors in charge of building the original Flumes. They were from Missouri too, and Tom Bowles studied there. It's crazy. The Missouri connections to Carlsbad, and of course, I was born in Missouri as well. So I guess it's their
Just like
tradition.
Missouri.
What?
Always showing us more.
Yeah, the show me state. What does this Cinderoni say? I remember Arby's roast beef sandwiches were a food you could get at the snack bar at CHS.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that. I never got one because they had, as Cindy points out, they had the slices of pizza. Was it Domino's? I think it was Little Caesars, wasn't it?
I remember Domino's.
Oh, it was Domino's? Okay.
Back when Domino's was good.
Yeah, you get that, and I think it was $1.50 for a slice and 50 cents for a soda. God, that was my lunch every day. You're kidding yourself if you think I didn't do that every
I like
day.
their
Uh,
lunch grilled cheese.
ugh.
The
What?
grilled cheese in the cafeteria was good.
I never did it, man. I stick with what I love. I knew I loved the pizza, so every day that is what I got.
After 4 years as chief engineer for the Fort Smith Light and Traction Company, Bowles became a field engineer in the valuation department of the Interstate Commerce Commission.
Uh,
Wow. Okay.
Taking an inventory of railroads in a tier of states from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico, he twice walked from Canada to the Gulf, making field appraisals.
Now that is impressive. That is some walking. I assume they're being literal there. He literally walked from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico. I mean, it's not a race, but still, that's very impressive to me. Do you think you could walk that?
I'd do it.
You would? Yeah. So would
For
I.
that
So would
reason.
I.
Bowles returned to the Fort Smith Railway Company and was with the firm until 1921, when he applied for the job of superintendent of Hot Springs National Park.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if that's what you gotta do, but Hot Springs National Park doesn't sound like it approaches the beauty of the Carlsbad Caverns at all, so it would be kind of a letdown. I mean, of course, this is early in Tom Bowles' life, so he hadn't embraced the majesty of Carlsbad Caverns yet.
Hadn't found it yet.
He was endorsed for this post, but instead accepted the superintendency of Hawaii National Park, where
Whoa.
the government felt his engineering training would be of more value.
All right, so I guess they thought there's not enough need for engineering at the in Arkansas's national park, so they sent him to Hawaii. That's
Sure.
not bad.
Sure, why not?
I mean, I've spent 5 days in Hawaii. It was nice, better than Arkansas. Ugh.
During his 5 years at the park, he experienced nearly 7,000 earthquakes and 40 explosions of the volcano.
Wow.
Now, I've never been one to, it's not. I'm not like the Brady family from the Brady Bunch, obsessed with going to Hawaii. You remember that episode? I think it was a two-parter.
And Greg took that tiki.
Yeah,
The surfing.
He got the tiki curse, but they loved Hawaii, and I've never been that impressed by Hawaii. But are you pointing at Zorito?
I was pointing at you, like we're Brady.
Pointing at me. Oh, I see. Yes, hang on.
There's a story of two guys in the Twitch stream,
Can we connect fingers?
and we saw how people watching it.
I think you're off.
Uh,
I can't see.
We're there.
Okay. We made it. Perfect. Wonderful. Brother Bink says the very Brady sequels when they go to Hawaii.
Oh.
I can't remember the
but
movies, but I do remember the TV show.
Spoofing the OG episode in that movie.
Yeah. But all that to say, I was never that enamored with Hawaii as a great place to go to. But hearing about those volcanoes exploding, I could see myself retiring there, watching a bunch of lava all day. Oh my gosh.
Burning thing.
I could be so lucky.
You would paint with it.
What?
You'd probably paint with it.
Oh, absolutely. If anybody watching this goes to Hawaii, please bring me back some lava. That would make my day.
He also witnessed the destruction of a Hawaiian village by a river of lava from another volcano.
Wow. That would be an impressive thing to witness. A lava flow overtaking a village. That is sad.
Like Pompeii. But
Soy Teresa says she saw active volcanoes, Earl.
get out, Soy Teresa.
No lava, though.
That's it.
That is a big flex, brother Binks. I agree. I'm gonna see lava. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna travel to wherever they keep volcanoes these days.
Boles returned to mainland United States in 1926 and joined the Pacific Electric Railway at Los Angeles. It was there that he met Horace Albright, who told him of the newly created Carlsbad Cave National Monument.
Okay, so Horace is the one who told him about the Carlsbad Caverns and later gave him a plaque. Now that's a true friend. That is friendship personified, I think. I mean, Pepito, you're a great friend, but you have never told me about a cave or given me a plaque. Yet, you know, I mean, there's still time. We're only like 60 years old or whatever, however old we are. I don't know.
Every day,
Feels older.
wonderful secret.
He came to Carlsbad in 1927, first as custodian. He remained as superintendent when the caverns gained national park status and was active in the caverns' early development and promotion. He was the guiding force in introducing the cavern's brilliantly conceived lighting system and an elevator development.
That's cool. Cave TV staff, the wonderful people at Cave TV, I love you, I embrace you, I'm proud of everything you do, but you really did fumble the bag when you didn't secure a video of the Carlsbad Caverns elevator for us to play right now.
Oh yeah,
that would have been beautiful. I love the elevator.
I could see it.
You know? Yeah. God,
Balls.
you can see all the
Interior decorator balls. This place is drab. More lighting.
I know.
Elevator.
Exactly. You need the lights. We have Colonel Bowles to thank for the
I hear these
illumination. Wait, hang on.
Wait.
Something's going on in the chat. What does this say?
Chat.
Soy Teresa added permitted term TF and permitted term WTF and permitted term LMAO. I have no idea what that means.
Shocking acronyms.
But I'm glad that they were
Permitted.
okay. I'm not going to worry about it. Soy Teresa is the moderator of the
She's
chat.
got this.
Okay, yeah. I have faith.
The Colonel's Caverns guests included names from all walks of life.
Nice.
Celebrities who visited the caverns included...
Ooh, nice. Tell me about these celebrities, mystery producer.
Writer Hamlin Garland.
My fate.
Never heard of them. Or her. Or
Hamlin.
they, whoever they are. I don't... Are you a big Hamlin Garland
I
fan?
love that name. Hamlin. I shall call it.
That's a good name.
Hamlin.
I don't hate it.
Singer Sir Harry Lauder.
Okay. I guess that's better than Sir Harry Quieter.
Aviatrix Amelia Earhart.
Now that I do know. I do know Amelia.
Photographic
And is that a picture of her in the caverns?
Photographic proof.
Nice.
Tall.
Oh yeah, very tall.
All
I will go on record. I've said it before, and I will say it
should have
again.
photoshopped an also toss up. Should have photoshopped a toss up cup into her photo.
I should have photoshopped her
A
what?
toss up cup.
Oh, tall subs. Yeah, for sure. But I've gone on record, I've said it, and I will say it again publicly. I think aviatrix is the sickest job title, name, whatever. Aviatrix. If I meet an aviatrix, oh my god, that's gonna make my day. It'll be like having lava. Those, the day both of those happen, I'm gonna be the happiest man around.
And the immortal Will Rogers, who wrote one of his widely read newspaper columns on Bull's typewriter.
Oh, that's sick. I am familiar with Will Rogers because he came to Carlsbad for the great bull roping contest that we talked about in Rodeos 2. Or maybe it was Rodeos 2 Part 2. I'm not sure. Either way, I think it was Rodeos 2. Whatever.
February 20th,
Oh, nice day.
1973. Colonel Bowles invented Seaman.
What? Seaman? Tell me more, mystery producer.
Colonel Bowles is a leisure time artist who invented the caveman symbol, like the one on class rings.
Okay. What do you think that is? The caveman symbol.
The sea.
Could
or
be.
rusty.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'll confess here. The wonderful people at Cave TV who prepared this episode for us. And actually, I'll be honest, most of the credit for the research of this episode goes to producer Nico, wherever she is out there. But I went on Facebook and I asked people in the Memories of Carlsbad Facebook group if anybody had a class ring from the early 1970s so we could see an example of what the class ring looked like, you know? So we could find out when they say the caveman symbol on class rings, what did the class rings look like at that time? And I posted that, and I got one response. Shout out to Sharon. I believe she was like class of, I don't know, 1,000,000 years ago. But Sharon and I had long
Interesting.
Facebook conversations, and she was telling me many things. So, Sharon, thank you, but we didn't ever get a class ring from the early 1970s.
Sharon.
So I'm not exactly sure, but I like to believe. I don't know what exactly he invented, but mystery producer, please tell me more.
He also drew cartoons for the Powwow for 4 years and political cartoons once a week for 3 years for the Carlsbad Current Argus.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
I like that. Does it say? Ooh, it even has the Tom Bowles signature at the very bottom. So that is the caveman as imagined by Colonel Tom Bowles.
He's just
what?
20 pelts. He skins.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Nice.
The Colonel is now 93 years old and is retired from drawing for about a year.
Huh. Well, okay, he retired at age 92 from drawing. And this is after a lifetime of seeing, volcanoes explode and inventing lights in the caverns and helping design the elevator. Colonel Bowles, you crushed it.
On request, Colonel Bowles drew a caveman for this reporter.
Oh, nice.
Age has taken its toll on his hands, bandaged, shaking, and arthritic, but as he began to draw anyone could see that his talent was still there. Most everyone agrees that he can still draw a pretty good caveman.
Of course he can. That's beautiful. I like how he puts the crown on the caveman. Yes, with the tombstones.
Victory.
That's very cool. Tom Bowles, you crushed it. I also like how the writer of this article talked about how he's 93 years old and retired from drawing last year at 92.
Whoa.
But he still asked him to draw him a caveman. It's like, geez, let the man rest. This is
He's like shaking.
legendary Tom Bowles. My golly. Ay, ay, ay.
Colonel Bowles is a resident of Lanson Homes and said he will be glad to draw for anyone.
That's awesome.
I clipped his wings.
Okay, so this is 1973, and he was 93. I doubt he's still alive. But if he was, I would go to Lanson and ask him to draw me something.
That one.
Love your
that
artwork,
onesie.
Colonel Bowles.
The way it drapes over the caveman.
Oh, it's wonderful.
August 1968. Tom Bowles looking forward to journey back to Hawaii.
Well, yeah. I mean, he witnessed explosions, eruptions, and the destruction of a village overcome by lava. I mean, golly, who wouldn't want to go there?
Hawaiian friends of Colonel Tom Bowles already are looking forward to a visit from him in 1969.
Summer of love.
Yes, and Cinderoni in the chat says, you would ask him to draw for you? And yes, I would ask, very politely. I would be a fool not to. Wouldn't you say, Pepito?
Yeah. I wonder if those powwows. I used to go to the ones at the Living Desert, and then they would get cactus that they buried underground and eat it. That's cool.
Wow. I had no idea about that, but I think the powwow is a publication.
Oh.
It sounded like, because he would draw for them. Well, maybe not. Maybe he drew for the powwow ceremony.
Powwow.
I'm not clear.
Break one.
Colonel Bowles, now an active 87 and longtime Rotarian, is planning to attend the 1969 International Rotary Conference in Honolulu.
Nice. You gonna surf there or what? Soy Teresa says she knows what you're talking about, Pepito, with the powwow stuff. So solidarity there. She feels you. She knows of which you speak.
The fact that friends are looking forward to the visit was brought to his attention by a news story in the Hot Springs National Park, Arkansas Sentinel Record by a longtime friend, Edna Lee Howe, who also has visited Carlsbad.
Good for you, Edna. Thank you for your service.
Colonel Bowles said he wouldn't miss this trip for the world. He was the first official superintendent of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, created by Act of Congress in 1917.
Wow. I got distracted there. Sorry, mystery producer. Okay, so he was the first superintendent of the Hawaii Volcanoes National Park and the Carlsbad Caverns National Park. He's trend setter, ground setter. Soy Teresa said, okay, sorry, I lost it in the chat. I can't scroll up or it's going to mess up my chat, but Soy Teresa said something, and I'm sure it was very interesting. Actually, you know what? That's messed up of me. I should scroll up. What did she
Scroll
say?
that chat. Scroll that chat.
I like when they set up telescopes for public astronomy purpose at the Living Desert.
Oh, cool.
You familiar with that at all?
I heard of watch parties. Never been to that one. Nope.
That sounds so sick.
Colonel Bowles reports that he was superintendent of the island park between 1922 and 1926.
What?
All right.
What a
Beautiful.
badass.
Moving on, he was first superintendent of Carlsbad Caverns National Park from 1927
Okay.
until he was assigned to Hot Springs National Park in 1946.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry for your bad luck, Colonel Bowles.
And remained there until he retired in 1951.
Hey, I'm sure it was a fruitful experience, and again, I thank him for his service.
And returned to Carlsbad to live.
Beautiful. See, smart man. My buttons are all messed up. Okay. Yes. I do appreciate that. Brother Binks earlier in the chat said that that Colonel Bowles couldn't quit Hawaii or Carlsbad, and I think that last thing we just heard really cemented that fact. He retired. He had been living all over, and what did he do when he retired? You know he came back to Carlsbad. You can't quit this town. It's too luxurious.
Lance on.
Probably one of the Park Service's most unique superintendents in the Hawaii Post, Miss Al wrote. He was in charge of 3 volcanoes,
Wow.
2 active and 1 dormant.
Jeez. I do not find it hard to believe that with a little bit of hard work and ingenuity and engineering, he could have made all the volcanoes active if he wanted to. He just chose to let a couple of them remain dormant.
He recalls the year 1923, 1 year after assuming
nice.
his post, as one of the most awesome in his career, when a violent eruption occurred.
Jeez, can you read that? The cartoon?
Tim Bowles is the custodian of Kilauea. He was born in Yale County, Arkansas, but he doesn't have to yell about his park. The old volcano speaks for itself and fortissimo.
Wow. They kind of made him look like a, gosh, what
Badass. I love big head, small body.
Yeah, Funko Pop.
Oh, yeah.
Big head.
Or troll doll.
Goldeneye.
During his 5-year service there, he experienced some 7,000 earthquakes and 40 explosions of the volcano.
That's a lot of earthquakes. He would fit right in modern day Carlsbad with the uprise of earthquakes that we have seen here over the past, decade or whatever.
Miss Howe quotes from a National Park Service publication she obtained at the office of the current superintendent, Daniel J. Tobin, Jr., which has this to say of Colonel Bowles.
It better be something good. Tobin, you better put respect when you describe our man Tom.
DJ TJ.
Yes.
He was an engineer by training, a likable fellow, enthusiastic about his park. Why does the word his have those little half quotations around it? It was his park. Honor this man.
Absolutely. Mystery producer, I agree. You are 100% right.
He and his staff erected the first park headquarters building in 1923 for half the price quoted by the lowest bidder.
Jeez, of course, they undercut it. A real quick pause here. Brother Binks says, research says Tom was buried in Carlsbad, so he's still experiencing those Eddy County earthquakes. Well, Wonderful. And he's a part of the underground of Carlsbad forever now. Mr. Carlsbad Caverns himself. Uh, Sorry to interrupt the mystery producer. What was he saying? His staff, the first park headquarters building in 1923 for half the price. Yeah, Tom knows how to save the money. He's an engineer.
And had a Bowles-designed heating system, a nearby steam crack from the crater.
That is awesome. He heated his living quarters that he built with the volcano itself. Golly. Now that's ingenuity, engineering, and excellence. I love it.
July 1952. Texas Giant.
Ooh, all right. And another Bowles cartoon here. What is this? Carlsbad, what? 50?
He's taming the rocket.
Yeah. What does it say?
Carlsbad 52. Goddard 0.
Okay, nice. That's a stomping.
The death last week of Jake Ehrlich, the 8-foot, 6.5-inch giant from El Paso, reminded Colonel Tom Bowles of the time when the good-natured Ehrlich visited the Carlsbad Caverns more than 10 years ago during Bowles' tenure as superintendent of the caverns.
Wow. I've never heard of the Texas giant Jake Ehrlich, but 8 foot 6.5? That's huge. As a fan of Ripley's Believe It or Not and the Guinness Book of World Records, I do know that the person that is claimed to have been the tallest human to ever live was Robert Wadlow, who was 8 foot 11. So that's just, 5 inches taller than Jake Ehrlich. Golly. That's an impressive height to be. 8 foot 6.5.
All tall.
Pepito, yes, that is all tall. I hope that you get there.
Give him a Tulsa.
Bowles recalls that one tourist asked that King Kong be put at the rear of the line instead of the front during the tour through the caverns.
Well, that's mean. And, there's a picture of me standing next to a wax figurine of Robert Wadlow.
Whoa.
I believe that photo was taken by
Looks like you're about to punch him.
Soy Teresa. What?
Looks like you're about to punch him.
That same evening, Bowles reminisced, Ehrlich was taken to the Carlsbad High School gymnasium for a high school basketball game. He was introduced to the crowd by Principal Blanco White as the, continued on page 4,
Principal Blanco.
Blanco White. That's a name. Okay, it's continued on page, what is it, 4 or whatever? I'm sorry, mystery producer. I got distracted looking at Cobra. Let's continue. How did they introduce Ehrlich?
continued from page 1.
Yeah.
New center the cavemen had just signed. You couldn't fit that at the bottom of page 1?
I agree, mystery producer. And Soy Teresa in the chat says she needs a Nurse Jane Andrews emote. And I think we're going to get that one up there. Dog Treat General just dropped the Pepito in the hospital emote. And we do need...
DTG.
Ooh, Dog Treat General. There's your cookie.
It got smudged.
Well, yeah.
It'll still taste good. Soy Teresa's recipe.
Yeah, Soy Teresa needs Shane Andrews. I don't think too clearly normally, and then when I get rolling on the show, my mind really gets distracted and everything. So when Soy Teresa was saying she needs Nurse Shane Andrews, what she meant is that she is currently feeling sick.
Oh.
And Nurse Shane Andrews could possibly do some healing. In my head, I just read that as she needs Nurse Jane Andrews, and I was like, oh, because he's sick as hell. He's a legend, but she meant she really does need the nurse. My mistake.
October 1955. Vapor shoot. A substantial number of Carlsbad residents remembered Wednesday night to stare out into the darkening western sky about 6:30 p.m.
I like that drawing as well. The caveman got stripped, so we had to put on the barrel. I hate when that happens.
When you have to wear a barrel?
I hate when the opposing team steals my damn clothes and I'm left buck naked and in need of a barrel.
There's just
That's no fun.
those cats.
They were rewarded with the sight of the sodium vapor chute near Alamogordo, which turned out to be somewhat disappointing to those expecting to see something more spectacular.
Okay, that does sound cool, but what does this have to do with Tom Bowles? Mystery producer, you're getting off track.
2 pinpoints of light, something like a pair of stars, flashed first, and then came a dim line of sparkling yellow beads. The lights hung in the sky for about 5 minutes.
Wow.
Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk.
That is impressive, but please tell me more about Tom Bowles.
Skinwalker.
Colonel Tom Bowles thought the sodium vapor chute was wonderful.
Did you play that one, Pepito?
No.
That's so weird. I heard the Skinwalker thing, and usually in the chat it'll say who played the sound drop, but I don't know. Tom Bowles thought the Vapor Shot was wonderful. Okay, I would think so as well. I believe Tom. If he says it was wonderful, it was.
What he admired most was the gigantic sea, about 20 miles across, apparently formed by the curving trajectory of the Aerobee rocket. Aerobee.
We have a request in the chat for me to focus, and I really should because I'm looking at the time and we have stuff to get to.
It was a C for Carlsbad, Colonel Tom says.
It was a C for Carlsbad. See, maybe he did invent the C.
Nobody told the little Argus the Air Force scientists were going to honor Carlsbad with a heavenly display, but it was a wonderful idea, come to think of it. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk.
Wonderful. Wonderful. He does love Carlsbad.
May 1962. High voice. The Strange as It Seems cartoon in Monday's paper told about Charles Kellogg, an old-time vaudeville star who possessed such an astounding voice he could produce tones too high for the human ear to hear.
Wow. And I do love that. I think that might be my favorite Colonel Bowles cartoon that we've seen in the paper on this episode. Is that a head he's holding?
No.
Or is that a chicken?
It's
What
like
is this?
Bird.
Okay.
It's cool.
Wonderful.
Looks like a vulture.
Colonel Tom Bowles recalls that Kellogg drew a crowd at Carlsbad Caverns about 20 years ago to one of his voice exhibitions.
All right. He did a voice exhibition at the caverns. What did he do, mystery producer?
He started his car by standing off a distance from it and pitching his voice at a high level. At a certain pitch, the vibration of his voice made contact with the starter and turned it over.
That rules. I wish I could start a car with my voice. Pepito seems distressed.
What happened?
I'm What?
Sorry, I heard something vibrate.
I knew it to be true.
May 1990. In addition to building houses at the park, the National Park Service was building a house for the park superintendent in the city of Carlsbad on land donated by the Carlsbad Chamber of Commerce, located on the east portion of what is now Albertsons Supermarket on Church Street.
Yeah. Bye.
Wow.
Superintendent Tom Bowles reported that he used a half bushel of bat guano to fertilize the new Bermuda grass lawn at the residence, and obtained good results.
Beautiful. See, he uses the volcano to heat his living quarters when he lived in Hawaii and was the first park superintendent there. And then he comes to Carlsbad and he makes his grass grow with bat guano. Beautiful. He's a wonderful man. But, mystery producer, you talked at the top of the show about the Rock of Ages ceremony. What's going on there?
Alright, this explanation comes to us from the National Park Service's website. Carlsbad Caverns National Park has several traditions going back generations. One of the most beloved of these is the Rock of Ages ceremony.
You see the Rock of Ages there? I do still think it kind of looks like a decapitated T-Rex.
I see people in a cave.
Yeah. Me too. Sorry, I made the photo go away. I'm sorry. We need to move.
It is believed that decades ago, a visitor, renowned baritone Cameron McLean, was touring the cave. I believe it. That sounds like something Cameron McLean would do.
It does, doesn't it? Knowing him.
The longer this man walked and admired the cave, the more inspired he became. His rapture finally couldn't be contained. At the high point in the big room, he burst into the hymn, Rock of Ages. The large column there has been called Rock of Ages ever since.
That is sick. But it does make me wonder, what if he was singing something else? You know, what if he was singing La Bamba? And
Age of
it
Aquarius.
became known as the Rock of La Bamba or something. I mean, that's just off the top of my head because I think that's one of the sickest songs ever written.
Yeah.
But
Dude.
The first Rock of Ages ceremony took place July 27th, 1928.
that I need to look at the chat real quick. Okay. Dog Treat General says bat guano is high in nitrogen. Before nitrogen was able to be separated from air, guano was the main way of getting industrial levels of nitrogen. That rules. DTG knows it all. What a brainiac filling in knowledge for all of us.
The ceremony morphed over time.
I'm sure it did.
The first park superintendent, Thomas Bowles, embraced the idea to make the Rock of Ages ceremony memorable for visitors, the highlight of their trip, and a trademark of any visit to the caverns.
That is very cool.
There are several reports of Bowles leading tours through the big room and extinguishing the lights at the Rock of Ages hill.
Oh, that's beautiful. Have you been in the caverns when the lights are turned out?
No. But I
That's
don't.
true dark.
As he talked about the cave, its beauty, mystery, importance as a national site, rangers would appear carrying candles and singing the hymn.
God, that must have been incredible to witness.
Eventually, National Park Service, NPS, administration made policy that programs needed to be based on NPS values, and the Rock of Ages event was not considered to do so.
Well, that's lame. I mean, I'm not a religious person, but I'm assuming they canceled it because it's built around a hymn and everything, but come on. I wish we could hear what that ceremony was like. Wouldn't that be sick?
Yeah.
Nah, I wish. That's hard to find.
Oh, sorry.
We tried,
Okay, fine.
but we did find this. A podcast in the form of a radio play reenacting Boles' speech. Here we
Okay.
go. The Rock of Ages ceremony.
Excellent. Thank you, mystery producer. Let's do this. Everybody, let's get our candles and reenact the Rock of Ages ceremony. Mystery producer, please press play and let's go.
I can promise you, the talk of majestic caverns out here in the desert sure has Mr. Ripley and I excited. It's simply difficult to match his ideas to his travels. Well, as long as we can rehearse any performance and synchronize our timing with the studio, I'm open to ideas. I trust your judgment, Colonel Bowles. I know you've handled trips into the cavern thousands of times. How would you normally conduct a tour of these magnificent caverns?
I am thrilled you asked, Bertha. Please, find a seat and extinguish your lantern so that mine may be the only one illuminated.
All right.
In a moment, you will get an idea of true darkness. I want you to reflect on what you have seen here this afternoon. Those architects of nature, water, and gravity have created the thousands of stalactites hanging from the ceiling, and the giant stalagmites around us. It is truly an underground cathedral, grander than any church on the surface. People travel the world seeking out things of great age and wonder, like the pyramids of Egypt or the redwoods of California. Now to my left is one of the major, outstanding formations of this cavern. Years ago, several of the world's most distinguished geologists, determining by height and volume, computed its age and estimated it to be 50 million years old. Now, 50 million years is a long time. It has stood here 10 times longer than the oldest pyramid. It was fully grown before the biggest redwood was but a sapling, hence the name Rock of Ages. Built in darkness and in silence, huge, beautiful, wondrous, magnificent, unmatched by the hands of man. And this is just one of the many wonders here in the Carlsbad caverns of New Mexico. This is the memory we want you, Bertha, to carry via radio to hometowns and home states, an ear-view trip through the cavern today. Many people may soon travel great distances to visit us, but now, here we are, all together, sharing this auditory moment in the most beautiful cave on earth. The hymn, Rock of Ages, has been sung to you in churches, in Sunday schools, but never in an underground cathedral such as this. Millions have come before you, and millions more shall visit because of folks just like you who produce these wonderful broadcasts and allow our voices to be heard by 10 million citizens of the world.
Rock of Ages, cleft for me, let me hide.
crying? It touched you too, I can tell. I can tell by that cough. Papito?
Yes.
God. Colonel Tom Bowles, thank you for the ceremony. Thank you for the Rock of Ages speech. Thank you to the podcast that did a radio play reenactment. That was amazing. Let me look at this. Papito, do you have any closing thoughts about Colonel Tom Bowles and this whole experience that we just went through?
Tom Bowles is an amazing man who had many fascinating careers and stories.
Truly.
And,
it's
this
overwhelming.
episode was just as good as listening to Smooth by Santana and Rockhouse.
It is better than Smooth by Santana. I mean, don't tell Galindo, but it was 100% better. We need to close this thing out. I would say a guest to invite, Mitra Juhari. You are hereby invited to be on the show. And for a closing lyric of the week, this comes from the Swamp Thing cartoon that ran for 5 episodes in 1991. This is from the theme song, Swamp Thing. Ba-na, ba, ba, you are amazing. Ba-na, ba, ba, ba-na, you fight everything. Ba-na, ba, ba, nasty. Swamp Thing. Beautiful. Next week, please tune in next week. We're going to be talking about the Pecan Festival.
Nice.
Carlsbad's own.
That's nice.
Wow, that was very moving.
Thank you.
I got one more thing for you guys.
All right, what do you got, mystery producer? Lay it on me. We're trying to close this thing out, but if you got one more thing, I'm here for it.
Over on the right side of this photograph are 2 men. The one in all black is Colonel Tom Bowles holding up a rattlesnake, and he's standing next to, in the white shirt, Snaky Campbell.
Oh, cool.
And they are standing in front of the last building of the city of Phoenix.
Wow. Tom Bowles with Snaky Campbell in front of the last building of Phoenix. I mean, what more can be said? Beautiful. Pepito, it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate your assistance on this episode. We are 15 minutes... actually, I do have a couple of more things that we could get to. I actually would like to talk about the fact that...
Stop. If I was in the chat, I would be saying, stop the show.
I know you would.
Stop the show.
Okay.
Alright. We're being told that we have reached our limit and it is time to close things out. Papito, I'll see you next week. Rock on of ages.
It's literally back to New Mexico. New Mexico. It's literally with activity. It's literally with activity. It's literally with activity. It's literally with activity. New Mexico. New Mexico.
Every time you wash your hands, you turn the page, wash your hands. You turn the page, wash your hands. Every time you turn the page, wash your hands. You turn the page.
I thank God for this in Metallica. I thank God.